and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Good morning, Melbourne. Great to be on the first Friday of the year, Swanee, for us.
How was your evening last night? Because you're still single guy.
It was beautiful. Finished golf, just went home and just had a nice dinner. Another steak, a lot of steaks this week.
Yeah.
And then just kicked back, finished off Yellowstone. I completely forgot about Kyrgios versus Daniil Medvedev.
Oh, man.
And
Dino was there.
Yeah.
how was it? Was the atmosphere cool?
Atmosphere was crazy. He's, again, I say this a lot, he's Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Curious.
He'll implode spectacularly, and when he's up, he'll get everyone.
Yeah.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah, right.
But then he got chopped up. The other guy killed
Chopped
him.
up.
Absolutely.
Well, he's ranked number 2 in the world.
Yeah.
And Medvedev has accused everybody there of being of low IQ.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
Zito.
It's pretty funny.
It
Was
was.
he talking to you, do you think?
No, because I wasn't one of the idiots that was trying to cheer for his
Put him
stuff-ups.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Well, that's patriotic, though, isn't it?
Yeah, a little
like,
bit.
isn't that part of the home ground advantage, Swanee?
I agree.
You
Look,
got to throw a bit of shade. Of course, not between points when the
Exactly.
ball's moving.
Yeah.
no, and they didn't do that, did they?
Yeah, that's what who he was talking about.
Oh, right. A couple of things that I want to
Okay.
cover off with you is what are you going to take from this week of the Festival of Jonathan Brown? What are you going to learn from this? Moving forward into your real life.
The family has put themselves, especially my wife Kylie, has put herself into a perilous position
Right.
because it's very easy to get used to this lifestyle. It's fair to say.
Yes. Or alternatively, you can realise what makes you feel good and do it. So you should eat more steak.
Absolutely.
That makes you feel good.
Steak and golf.
Yes.
And being around my mates.
Absolutely.
You know, every opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, like tonight, I'm going to see Dino. It's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
And I've organised a birthday cake, and I'm going to jump out. Even though it's not his birthday, I'm going to jump out of his birthday cake like the girl in Under Siege. I'm going to be topless. I'm going to have little twirly things on my nipples.
Okay. Well,
Tassels.
this went in a direction I wasn't expecting.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Last night, I've been shooting a television commercial for Priceline for the last 2 days. I've been 20 hours. I was on set.
Jeez,
Whoa.
I've seen some of the photos. It looks amazing.
It is going to be amazing. But last night, asked me what I had for dinner.
Swanee, what'd you have for dinner?
A packet of salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, we did that. Were you with Craig Bradley? We did that with Craig Bradley the other night.
I wasn't. But geez, they were good.
What brand?
Oh, Smith's. Come on, the pink bag. I'm not a monster.
Beau Ryan is in the jungle. We're going to talk to him about it real
Well,
soon.
he's not actually. He pulled the cord.
Whoa! Oh, did he crack it?
Yeah, he
cord.
did. Out.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Welcome to Friday. Get on the radio for Nova's Cash Car and the stuff.
Okay, I want to pay respects to a local legend in my hometown of Warrnambool, the great Johnny DeGrande.
Okay.
Now, people wouldn't know of Johnny DeGrande unless they grew up in the area and spent time.
Never heard of him.
in the
You heard of
south.
him, Dino?
Hell no.
I tell you why it's relatable though. Is everyone out in the car there, wherever you're listening, they can relate to this because every town and every footy club has their local legend.
Okay.
And the great Johnny DeGrande just passed away during the week. 67 years old, Swanee.
Young.
67 years young he was. And he had a great life. And he was a part of the South Warrnambool Football Club. And he would train with the under 18s. So it was like a rite of passage that you come up through the junior system and Johnny DeGrande would be there and training with the boys, and then he'd do the boundary umpiring on the weekend because the clubs have to supply the umpires for the games. And he would come to every single training. He worked in his mum and dad's sports store his whole life.
Yeah.
Still live there with mum and dad all the way through. He's just an absolute legend.
Did he have a family?
No, he didn't. He bled
Pardon me.
red and white, Swanee, this man. And we would absolutely love it. So we'd get down to training, and Johnny would train with us. He umpired over 700 games of football. He'd been on the footy show, so word to get around about this local legend. Johnny DeGrande, he'd do the boundary umpiring. But during the week, he'd train with the boys. And he used to rev it. He was like the team cheerleader, Swanee.
Sure.
He'd get in the middle and he loved it all. So he did that. And we used to have a big, so before every single training session, it used to be a bit of a laugh, the boys would love it, he'd have to run from his parents' sports store. And still Johnny, still in his 40s, in his 50s and early 60s, still training.
Yeah.
So he'd run down the hill with his sports bag on. All the boys would be waiting to train it, and that was the cue. When you see Johnny DeGrande running down the hill, he's always running late, Swanee, always running late. Well, then the coach, Peter Umbers, he'd call us in. He'd go, righto, boys, time to start training. And poor old Johnny running down the hill, trying to get dressed because the boys have started training on a Tuesday and a Thursday night.
I love it.
And he was magnificent. So he would do the warm-ups. So he's in the umpiring kit. So we get to the weekend, he'd do the warm-ups with us before the game.
Wow.
He'd be in the middle doing the warm-ups and all
awesome.
that. And then he'd go out and he'd do the umpiring.
Yeah.
And then he'd finish the boundary umpiring for the under-18s. And then he'd do the goal umpiring from time to time for the reserves. And Johnny was very, fair to say, a lot of favourable decisions for the South Warrnambool Football
Right,
Club.
sure,
And the
of
ball would
course.
go through the sticks, Swan.
Yes, Johnny DeGrande.
Yeah.
What a great name. One of the great names.
One of the great names. It's fair to say, Swanee, if you're a full forward kicking for goal,
Yeah.
and you played for South Warrnambool, you wanted Johnny DeGrande out goal umpiring, just
love it.
just to help get it through.
I love this.
Wow.
So it was just magnificent. So he was a great man. I know the boys are listening back in Warrnambool, and we got the messages. We got a little WhatsApp group during the week, so I thought we've got to pay tribute to this man. And he had over 700 games, and I used to always love when we'd have a win,
Yeah.
we'd have a big victory, we'd all come in to sing the theme song,
Yeah.
and on the very special occasions, while we're singing the song, Johnny would get in the middle of the team theme song and start doing one-arm push-ups.
How do you make a theme song better? You had a bit of Johnny DeGrande.
Valet Johnny DeGrande.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100. Now it's time for the home viewer quiz.
Yes, I'm going to be playing for Katie from Newport. Katie,
Hello, good morning, guys. How are we?
great. How's beautiful Newport this morning?
It's always beautiful. It's the best view for a sunrise in the morning.
It is so
Over Williamstown.
beautiful. Agreed.
Good luck, Katie. Chrissy is your player. Let's go to Megan in Hampton. Brownie's playing for you, Megan.
Fantastic. You go, Brodie.
Yes, I will go, Megs. Do they call you Megs, or what's your nickname, Megan?
Yeah, Meg, anything.
Okay, Megs.
Hey,
The Megs or Megs?
I think it's either.
Okay, we're going with either. Let's go.
Either.
This is what you could win, Megalodon. Sunbeam's Cafe Barista with Auto Milk.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
Great tasting coffees, one touch away. The Sunbeam Cafe Barista takes the guesswork out of frothing milk. Shop the Sunbeam Coffee range in store and online today. It's the Sunbeam Cafe Barista.
Wow,
That's
that
what's up
sounds
for grabs.
good.
It does, doesn't it?
Pretty huge. Buzzer check, please, guys.
Juggernaut.
There it is.
Question 1. Which Aussie tennis player holds a record?
Juggernaut.
Very early.
Rod Laver.
I'll have the rest of the question, please.
Which Aussie tennis player?
And I still won't get it.
This week.
Okay.
Which Aussie tennis player holds the record for the world's fastest serve?
Oh, easy one.
Curious?
Incorrect.
Sam Groth.
Need a Groth dog.
Oh, I did know that.
Well,
Shame I didn't answer it.
what's the longest river in Australia?
Murray.
Well done.
Has to be.
Wow.
That was a guess too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was literally the only river I could think of.
Where are the 2022 Winter Olympics?
Juggernaut.
They're in China somewhere. I'm going to go with Beijing.
Correct, John. One apiece. What's the fastest two-legged animal on Earth?
Juggernaut.
The fastest two-legged animal.
Please say the humble before you say it.
The humble. Is it a flamingo?
Nah. Swanee.
The humble ostrich.
Yeah.
I knew it
Well
was.
done.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
You idiot.
I just thought, what else has got two legs?
2-1 to Swan, who cancelled their 2022 tour of Australia.
Harry Styles.
Boom! Underrated
Where's,
song.
where's Megalodon gone? She's dropped away somewhere.
Nah, she's
Put her
there.
back up there.
There she
Hey,
is.
Megalodon, you still with us, mate?
I am. I'm back.
I love that. Okay, babe.
Sorry, I lost you. I dropped out.
It's all right, babe.
Which is the world's largest continent?
Juggernaut.
The world's largest continent.
Yeah.
That would have to be. The world's is Asia.
Correct, John.
So
Took you a while.
I nearly said Australia.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
This could get John over the line, considering the question.
Okay.
I'm going to skip it and go to...
Oh,
Make it
come
fairer.
Make it fairer. Megan Fox got engaged.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Swattie's back.
The great Machine Gun Kelly. MGK.
This is for the win.
This is a good song.
Home by the great Machine Gun Kelly. Which planet is farthest?
Juggernaut.
For the win, and I'm not an astronomy person.
He doesn't have much info in the question.
I'm going to go with Neptune.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, what was the question?
Farthest from the sun.
Well done, Jonathan.
It's not Pluto anymore. It's not a planet.
Well earned. You earned that. Well done, Megan, and I'm sorry, Katie.
Megalodon, you won the
Thank
Sunbeam
you.
Cafe Barista with Auto Milk. Shop the Sunbeam Coffee range in store and online today.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. Well done, JB.
Thank you, Megs.
Babe.
I'm a warrior, babe.
Go on, you babe.
Nova.
Chrissy Swan, Sam Pang, and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissy's Celebrity Star.
I got home late last night from my Priceline television commercial shoot, and the kids were so excited because they said, somebody's about to leave, somebody's about to walk out of the jungle. They're loving it. And it was the great Beau Ryan.
My kids need their dad. My wife needs a husband. And I need to find myself back at the moment. So I got voices in my head saying, don't be a pussy, don't give up. All these things I've been taught since I've been young, but I come in here to prove something to myself. I can't gain anything else from this show. My journey here's over. I love you guys, and I'm the celebrity. Get me out of here.
Oh, wow.
I'll see you on the other side.
Are you sure?
Whoa. So
He's not ready. We were going to chat with him, but he's not ready.
the voice in the head was saying, don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
And he didn't listen to that.
No, he didn't listen to that voice, which is good. You shouldn't listen to that voice. You shouldn't. I was really looking forward to talking. I was really looking forward to talking to him because I've done the jungle and I missed home so badly. I would have pulled the cord at any
Is it
point.
because it's so boring?
Yeah, and hard and humiliating.
I've got a little personal story.
Yeah.
If we go back to Bucks' fainting.
Oh, yeah.
So where they film it is not far from where we used to live.
Yeah.
When Coles and the kids.
Yeah.
And Olivia, when she started school, she went to this little country school, 100 kids.
Yeah.
And one of the dads was the curator, one of the landscapers for the British I'm a Celeb, where the British one was filmed, which is the same place
Same
the Aussie one.
set,
So he would have to go in overnight and change it. Well, I ran into him on our holidays, and he said that when Beau, Derek Kicken and Nathan Buckley were doing that eating challenge, he actually was there for it. He saw it, and that was the one. So Bucks fainted just after that.
Yeah.
They said they had to stop filming for about an hour or so because Beau, they were eating witchetty grubs and cows, drinking cow's urine with grubs in it and all that. Beau started vomiting so much that they had to stop the cameras.
Whoa.
Really?
Did you start vomiting, Beau Ryan?
Yeah, I did. But the funny thing is about the show, man, people are saying, what you're worried about the most? I was worried about the food, but I didn't realise I was going to spin out. But they know, Chris and Julie, I've worked with them for a long time. They know I can't stomach, shakes and stuff. I've been doing it since the footy show. So out of the 6 trials I did, it was funny that 5 of them were drinking shakes and piss and urine. But I remember coming back with Buckley. It was funny. I was sitting next to Bucks when we were doing it, and I had that ghost chili, the hottest chili.
Yeah.
And it rocked me. And he ate his first one, and he did like a fake yawn. And I said, mate. And he said, mate, I'm good with chili. And then about 20 seconds later, his nose started running, and we had to stop the filming for about 10 minutes where he went out the back, and he was freaking out. I mean, looking back at it was scary because I thought he had a heart attack when he collapsed. But he come back in, and I said, how you going now, buddy? And he said, I've got to get this chili out of my stomach. So me and him were on the toilet before he fainted for about, I reckon, an hour each. And
Jeez.
it was. I want to say I sort of felt good feeling someone else was feeling my pain though, because I was hurting, man. But when he collapsed, Bucks is one of those guys. You can't kill Nathan Buckley. I reckon you could shoot him in the head and he would still walk back into camp.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
Complete opposite to me. Complete opposite of me.
My kids were very excited last night because somebody was lifting the escape hatch and getting out of the jungle, and it turned out it was you. I understood what you said. I missed my kids terribly when I was in the jungle, but within about a day of getting home, I was like, oh.
You weren't a pussy, though. You stayed.
No.
That's it, man.
They're joking.
I'm looking at the mirror now, just saying, pussy, man.
When, how long was it between getting home and realising that the jungle wasn't that bad?
Well, so we were in the pandemic, so I did the quarantine before it. So I was a bit buckled before I got in. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not good with quarantine. So we did the 2 weeks or whatever, then we did the jungle. Then I come out and I think it was on my third day of quarantine up the coast. And I just said to the lady, I'm jumping out the window and running home if I don't get on the next flight. So I flew back, surprised my kids, and then I was out the back with them. We're on the trampoline and we're cuddling and that. And then my wife's like, okay, all right, so you're doing the lawn. When are you doing the lawns? And I'm like, yeah. I said, babe, I got to go for a bit. And then I tried to work out how to get back in the jungle.
Fair to say, family time's overrated, bro.
Family time's great, man. I've just been away for 4 weeks with my family. It was probably 3 weeks too long, to be honest. But it's good to be back. I'm back at work today. And, I mean, like watching last night, because, it's hard to... Because I knew what happened, you sort of got to live it twice, which has never really happened to me before in anything. So it was really weird, man. But my daughter's a little bit older now, and she doesn't really like any shows that I do, but she likes this show. And when I had a moment when I was sitting with her last night, when I left, I was a bit rattled, and I didn't know how she was going to take it. Because as a dad, you don't really know what's right. I was doubting myself every day now. I got really dark, and when she looked at me, and when I left, she come over and gave me a cuddle, and I thought, that was the right decision. But then she whispered, "I'm hungry," and I said, "That's my girl."
Yeah.
Hey, mate, just quickly to finish up, David Zabritsky, or the David, the fake shoe salesman, or the fake shoe entrepreneur, mate, you fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. How were you sitting there watching and thinking, "I've been had over the last 2 or 3 weeks"?
See, it rattled me. I'm pretty engaged with people, and I don't know, as you saw, I asked a lot of questions, but he skirted me for the first week. And I didn't think, in all honesty, I did not think that he was a fake celebrity. I thought he had a shoe company and his husband or boyfriend was just rinsing him for millions because he knew nothing about it. And I remember going into the talkie saying, I'm really worried about the David. He knows nothing about his company. He won't talk about his boyfriend. I think he's being rinsed. And then literally that night, he explained it. It's funny to watch, man. I don't know how he did it. Like you're not really nervous in there, but you sort of, Chris, when you walk in, you sort of, people. Like I saw Bucks and Poe, and I knew, and I didn't really know anyone else.
Yeah.
So it's quite overwhelming because we come into camp the second half of the day. It's quite overwhelming. I can't imagine what he was thinking or how he was feeling going in, trying to be someone else for a week. Salute to him. He got me.
Hey, Beau Ryan, thanks for entertaining us. It's good for us AFL City to get to know you, man. It was great. You did great.
Yeah, it's good. And you know what? It's good for Bucks as well, man. I had some, and Derek, I had some really good conversations with both those guys about, obviously you talk about your journey, but you mainly talk about your personal life a lot. And I spoke to Bucks between camp, between the trials about our personal lives. And, he's been through a lot and obviously been a Collingwood guy. People hate Collingwood. People hate Collingwood up here for no reason. But it's good to see a different side to him, man. And I hope he wins today.
Good on you, Beau Ryan.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Come on a pussycat journey with me. I was looking on Instagram and I found a story on ABC News about a ginger cat in Queensland in the suburb of Ferny Hills. Are you familiar with Ferny Hills?
I did a couple of clinics out there.
Okay, so there was this cat called Johnny, big ginger guy, and he would go and visit the residents of Ferny Hills, go house to house and deliver toys that he'd stolen from other houses.
I like this cat.
It is the best story, right? This one family, the McCalls, collected all the toys that would just turn up on their front yard, courtesy of Johnny.
Was Johnny there,
the big
Kat?
ginger cat? No. No.
I love this.
He just lived in the area and he would steal toys. In the end, she posted to a Facebook page a full table
Oh, my God.
of toys that this pirate kitty, he became known as, had stolen from other houses to deliver to her.
This is dog behaviour from a cat.
It is so funny to me. The original owners of Johnny could no longer keep him. And so I have on the phone Ingrid, who is the new mother of Johnny. She lives with this legendary cat and she has renamed him Kylo. Hello, Ingrid.
Good morning, Chrissy, Bruno and Dino. How you doing?
Now, I am obsessed with this cat. Obsessed. I'm a cat person anyway.
Oh, he's a character. He's one of those one in a million really strange cats.
So when he first came to your attention on this Facebook page. Is that right, Ingrid?
Yes. We've got a local community Facebook page, as most communities do. And last September, the Ridgy Didge page started, along with the post, the cardboard boxes, and has anybody seen any toilet paper, there was a post from Kay about this cat. She was trying to reunite all of these things with their owners. I mean, and it was hilarious. There was school uniform, shirts, hats, footballs, toys. There was a baby's blanket in the pile. And she kept trying to find owners. And so every few days she'd put up a post saying, anybody lost a bath mat? And the owners would come forward and claim their stuff. And then a few days later, the things would reappear. So she'd put more posts up. And this went on for a couple of months. It was hilarious watching the things that this cat brought over the fence.
Did she always know that it was this naughty ginger cat depositing all these bits and bobs?
No, to start with, she just thought it was kids throwing stuff over into her yard. And then she caught it one day bringing a Build-A-Bear over the fence. And then that was it.
So where did this cat get the stuff from, and did he drop it in other people's lawns as well, or just Kay's?
Just Kay's. She was the chosen one, and he used to actually break into people's houses and drag stuff out. So the school uniform came from someone's house when the people were on holidays, and he actually managed to let himself in and drag it out and drag it over the fence.
So immediately you thought, this is a great cat. I want in on this cat.
Why the name change, Ingrid? So you've gone from Johnny. Johnny sounds like a mischievous character, whereas Kylo sounds a bit vanilla when it comes to criminal activities.
Criminal behaviour.
Yes.
Yeah, so what happened is when he came to us, we thought, okay, because there'd been threats to his life, we decided to put him in witness protection and change his name to protect the innocent. And we tried calling him Johnny to start with, and he looked at us and said, who, new phone, who this? Don't know who just was talking about. So then we tried every other name that everybody else had called him. He'd been called Arnie in the local area because he'll be back. We tried Pirate Kitty, and he kept looking at us with this total ignorance. And so then we decided we went for calling him a name that we thought, we're Star Wars nuts. And so Kylo. So Kylo, sorry, bad word. So he's an angsty young man and had a red lightsaber, and so this is a ginger cat. He's an angsty young man, so Kylo it became, and he answered to that one.
I've read, Ingrid, that he's now an indoor cat, which makes me sad because his pursuits have been curtailed. How do you sort of let him scratch that itch of stealing stuff? And
he's still stealing things. So every night, without fail, we get at least 4 to 8 things dropped at the top of our bedroom stairs, up the stairs and outside our landing. He raids our house, and so our face washers, dusters, and the whole pile of toys get dragged up the stairs and given to us every morning as a gift.
He's delightful.
You've got to give him at least one night. You've got to give him a run one night. Or just let him out one day a week, I think.
Yeah, let him
just scratch that itch.
Purge his crime spree. Ingrid, keep us updated with this criminal cat, okay?
Will do.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Degoe update.
Yeah, quick update. We're running a fraction late. So Collingwood star Jordan Degoe has been welcomed back to training, or will be resumed training with the football club Swanee. Of course, he's been training away from the group.
Yes.
Pending the court case in New York. Late last year, we all know that he got kicked out of a nightclub, all that sort of stuff. I think there might have been some false allegations made at the time about him. Well, now the charges have been trumped down to a harassment charge, Swanee.
Okay.
So clearly, Swanee, he did bugger all.
Okay.
Okay, and I think the person that was involved in the situation may have made up a couple of stories about him to get him arrested. So anyway, it's been cleared up. It's been said by the Collingwood Footy Club that he's still got to work on his behaviours away from the field in a statement. So, but he'll be welcome back. Hopefully he's going to have a good season, Swanee. I think he will, because he had a great finish to the season. I think Collingwood's handled this pretty well. They've probably just said, even though they would have known beyond the scenes that maybe it wasn't as serious as everyone thought in the first place. This was maybe an opportunity to just reset a little bit and say, hey, mate, let's pull your head in. Okay, let's stop going to nightclubs wearing a dressing gown and all that sort of related activity.
Nothing good can happen.
Anyway, so he'll be back with the Collingwood Football Club. Let's hope he has a big year.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on over 100. 100, yes. If you want to go on a holiday, go visit What If. It's Aussie for travel.
Samuel Pang.
Christine Swan, first week back. Wonderful to see you all. Been great to wake up every morning.
Hasn't it been a great week?
Yes.
Gee, I missed you all, and I've just
great.
loved seeing you every day.
And so I get in the car and then, I immediately turn you on because I just want to hear what I'm missing. What's going on?
Not much, generally.
Well, let's see. Because Jackie and I have compiled the first thing that I've heard on this show when I get in the car and turn the radio on, right? So on Monday, I get in the car, I turn on the radio. I'm thinking New Year.
Yes.
I know sometimes I tend to lean a bit retro. And I thought, no, this year, let's see what we're... Then I tune in on Monday, and this is the first thing I hear.
You name it. I've got Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, Jimmy Superfly Snucker. I've got Jake the Snake Roberts. I've got all of them.
Have you got Mean Gene?
Absolutely.
He's not an idiot.
Good question, though.
Good question, because obviously we're talking about the wrestling figurines from the 1980s, but that young man had paid a pretty penny for some of them, the whole set of them.
$1,200 for the whole set, I think, is a bargain.
They're a pretty good deal. But you're going, you get the wrestlers, but the Mean Gene, the Oakland, who used to do the interviews, sometimes you wouldn't think they would be a priority.
And Miss Elizabeth as well, Randy the Macho Man Savage's wife.
On Tuesday, I get in the car.
A rare piece.
On Tuesday, I get in the car, and the first thing I hear...
A rare piece. Hope someone says that about me one day.
You're a rare piece over there. Hey, on Tuesday, I got in the car. First thing I hear is this.
Is Greg Norman photoshopping all those photos?
Nah, he's a horse.
He's awesome.
He is. He's got a huge penis.
Oh, it's a massive cannon. We all know that, right? But
It's a fair hog.
It is a fair hog. But the thing is, though, it came from this, a very distinguished and traditional game. And of golf, and then when, on the other side, he's turned into like a gym rat, and also he just loves nuding up on Instagram.
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Yeah.
That was a good horse too, by the way. On Wednesday, I heard this was the first thing I heard.
So my email address was rubmyballs4luck@hotmail.com.
What was that? What
That was
going
Rob
on
from
there?
Langwarren.
Oh, right.
Not Daniel from Langwarren. That was Rob from Langwarren.
What were you doing?
Well, we were talking about the first email addresses we had when the internet was new. And because there are some embarrassing ones, and first Instagram accounts. Jonathan Brown's lovely wife, Kylie, was Brit Brown after Britney Spears.
That's right.
And my friend's first email address was pulsatingvulva@hotmail.com.
He's a good horse as well.
I think I had a early Westnet account or something, and I think I went with Pangstar. Pangstar, but...
Original Pangstar.
But Pangstar was spelt Pangstar.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Like that. Mate.
What a dickhead. On Thursday...
It's a good photo, though, isn't it? Your first email address, because it's sort of cringy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That you remember it.
Yesterday, driving in, this is what I hear.
Did you ride Maccabi Diva in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes?
What is that?
Well, I was trying to act cool around Glenn Boss, who we played golf with yesterday. And, mate, he couldn't help himself. He started asking questions. Because Glenn Boss rode Maccabi Diva, I was trying to act cool, and, of course, I didn't want to ask him about Maccabi Diva too early into the round.
Of course you play it cool.
I lasted until the second tee.
That was early. Even I know that. Second tee is early.
And I thought, I don't want to ask him a typical Melbourne Cup question. I'll go for a little change.
Yeah, you want him to like you.
Yeah.
What was his response to that?
Well, it was tepid, lukewarm, and, no, he didn't ride Maccabi Diva in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
I'm glad that's cleared up. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
So, I met him yesterday, Swanee.
Yeah.
And I waited till after the round to ask him any questions about his career.
That's very polite. What was your opening question?
Glenn, Boss.
Yeah.
After Maccabi Diva, who was obviously the greatest horse you ever rode, who was the next best horse you rode?
It's a great question.
Good question.
And what was the answer?
He didn't even answer. He just applauded. He said, "That's the best question I've ever been asked in my life, Sam."
Do you know what I would ask him?
Cry? Or was he tearing up?
I saw a little bit of tear, and then Mariah Carey's Hero started playing, and I'm going, he teed that up.
I thought it was a well thought out question. I liked it.
I like it too. I've heard you ask many people the same question. If I had one question for him, for Glenn Boss, I would say, are you familiar with the idea of sort of creative visualization where you say something over and over and you become that thing? Do you think that your surname, Boss, has subconsciously affected your outcomes in life?
Oh, that's a question.
I would have liked to see if he'd stuck around and actually waited for the end of that question. Just, if you look up and if he's still there, then you've done it.
We would have to go to an Ed Sheeran song first and come back and get the answer.
Get out. I'm going to kick your ass in this Ed Sheeran song.
You've missed there. The last one this morning, driving in.
What is it?
This is what I hear.
The humble ostrich.
Yeah. The humble ostrich is the first thing I heard. I've been marking these down as I go, what was that about?
We were playing home viewer quiz, and the humble ostrich is the fastest animal on two legs, and I knew that.
Oh, on two legs.
Yeah.
Because is the fastest on four the humble cheetah?
I thought it was the puma.
No, it's cheetah.
The fastest animal on two legs is actually my son Leo at 2:00 in the morning with a rack of party pies.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Travelling.
Good morning, Melbourne.
No, stepping.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
What is going on?
Yesterday I revealed that I had I'd had a conversation with Gab, one of the mums from school, about joining her ladies netball team, and I had this discussion with her months ago, but finally D-Day has arrived and I've got to commit or not. Okay. And I asked you guys, and I think I got sort of a unanimous support from the three of you.
No, just remember I didn't care.
No, that's right. You didn't care, Sam, but Jono, you said yes.
Absolutely.
Mate, I was there.
Dino, you said yes. The overwhelming response has been absolutely do it. You'll love it. So I'm here to announce.
You had a night to think about it, Swanee.
I had a night to think about it.
Wait. I'll get a press conference sound.
Okay, sure.
Big. It's like when Brownie retired.
Sure. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
I've thought long and hard about this decision, and wasn't an easy decision to make. Discussed it with my family. I didn't.
Why would you?
Why would I? I have decided. Is there press conference sound effects coming or not?
What's happening?
Going over there?
I couldn't find him.
Okay, no, that's all right. Doesn't matter. We don't need it. Despite my huge concerns of injury and the fact that I don't know the rules anymore and I haven't played since I was 16.
And a weekly commitment for about
4 years, I think the season is.
No, it's about 6 months.
I am going to play netball.
Yeah.
What? Every Tuesday night, I am putting on the bib. Hopefully goalkeeper, because there's not as much area to cover there.
Is that what you used to play? Is that the position you
Keeper defence.
Uh-huh. What?
I'm keeper defence.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper or goal defence. But the goalkeeper can only stay in one
Oh, yeah,
little
can't
area,
run. That's
which
right.
is good. I don't want to run. My boobs are way too big
Yeah,
still.
okay.
Yeah. So I am going to join.
That one. I love that one.
I think they're called the Diamonds.
They are the Diamonds.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is big, Swanee.
This is big.
I'm proud of you, Swanee.
Thanks, mate.
Jesus, you're training the house down at the moment. You've got to put it to good use. Get out there on the field and just show what you've been up to. Show your sorts.
I'm so nervous. You need to help me with strapping.
I too am.
Yeah, absolutely.
I too am impressed with the decision. Well done.
Thank you, Sam.
I really am. Are you? When's it start?
I think next Tuesday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I better get the speech ready.
I don't know. Let's get to the news.
Gardner, this better be big in the news.
Of course, between darts and this, I mean, I've got all the top stories.
Don't move. Listen to the sport news.
Turning to sport now, a major signing for local netball team, the Diamonds, this morning. Of course, not to be confused with the Australian Diamonds, our national netball team. Nova's own Chrissy Swan has joined the squad for this season, inking the deal just moments ago.
Despite my huge concerns of injury and the fact that I don't know the rules anymore and I haven't played since I was 16, I am going to play netball.
It'll be a major boost for the Diamonds' defence. Swan is renowned for her prowess in goal defence and goalkeeper, while co-host Jonathan Brown is eyeing a role as coach, an offer yet to be accepted by Captain Gab.
Chrissy Swan, Sam Pang and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissy's Celebrity Star.
Nick Cannon has revealed he has insecurities in the bedroom, like all of us.
Which one's Nick Cannon?
During intimate moments. He is the ex of Mariah Carey. He shares twins, Moroccan and Munro, with her. He also has a son, Golden, a daughter, Powerful, and twins, Zillion and Zion.
That's amazing.
So he can't have too many insecurities if he's
got a daughter called Powerful.
Yeah.
That's magnificent.
That's a great
That's
name.
a great name.
It's a great name. He says, I'll tell you off top, I definitely have an insecurity when it comes to being intimate. I've been skinny all my life, therefore I never liked to be completely naked. I hide under the covers as much as I boast about being in shape. There you go. Sam, what are your insecurities in the bedroom?
I have two. One is I'm a bit like that, like Nick. I don't like to be fully naked.
No.
And also my other main worry is whether the monkey is going to get out of the cage. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to focus here, but I'm also distracted.
Yeah.
They're a wild animal. You don't know what they're going to do as well.
I know. You know.
And
so
will the billiard ball fit?
Well, yes. Whether the mask break.
Yeah.
Whether there's all these things. Too many.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Okay.
Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
Dino's pitch.
Dino's pitch.
Look, first of all, I just want to address some personal anxiety that I've been going through the whole morning.
This segment's a bit shit.
No, not that.
Oh, okay.
We're staying at Pangy's tonight, right? And me and Brownie having a sleepover at Sam's.
Yeah.
And I've been instructed to bring the director's cut of Rocky IV with 40 additional minutes of unseen footage.
And it's not just these guys. There's some other guys there who are counting on this.
Basically, I've got the wedding rings at a wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know if I might have lost the rings.
Okay.
I don't have it in my possession yet.
You've just promised it for like months.
What is the hookup? You've got a friend who's got it.
Yeah, Matty Saraceni got it legally for me. Yeah, you know Matt.
Yeah, I know Matt.
The tripod. He sourced it legally.
Yeah.
And
oh my god.
No one cares, right?
All right, he's downloaded it, right?
Yeah.
But
so it's on a stick.
It's on a stick, but I'm worried that the file's too big. So what if we all get around the telly tonight with whiskeys and hey, the fella's having a great time, and then I plug that into the telly, and then unsupported data pops up or something like that.
I'll tell you what'll happen.
What?
You'll be on a stick. You'll be on a stick if that doesn't happen, mate.
Mate, you'll be dead.
You need
I've changed a lot of plans.
Don't kill him.
He has. Brownie changed plans.
Don't kill him. Hey, you should have a backup.
Yeah.
Have you got a backup?
I'm just going to get Matty on later.
I'm alone.
I put Matt on the
I'm alone too.
Lost in New York.
No,
or
you
Sister
need
Act 2, Back in the Habit.
That'd be
Boy
fine.
2,
Would
Kings
you-
of Mykonos.
Would you watch any of them? He needs a backup because I'm Mystic Chrissy, as you know, and the minute you started talking about that, my angels were saying this is not going to happen.
No, I'm going to get Saraceni on the radio later, so it puts the pressure on him.
Absolutely. We need to talk to him. He should know this.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a man he's an audio technician, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just a whiz.
Yeah.
Jack of all
He's
trades.
the Willem Dafoe
he's a
of
thief.
audio
Yeah, it's good.
technicians.
So that's going on in my brain, so imagine my life at the moment.
No, it's hard.
But
it's
hey,
a hard life.
remember last year how I came up with the concept of the JMH Keymaster 4000? It's Brownie's munted hand.
Oh, yes.
That is going to be moulded into a really classy key holder for everyone. So think about the statue of David, that smooth white finish, but just a hand sitting on your table next to the door as you leave with keys hanging on it.
Because Brownie, of course, has a finger that defies gravity and logic, and it's a hook. It's almost perfect right angle.
A lot of my fingers have had injuries over the journey, Swanee.
Yes.
So they're not a traditional shape.
No.
Pang, you would have this in your house, right?
Absolutely. I'd have one in my car. I'd have more than one. That's all I say.
Exactly. Vic gets everything done around here, like weird projects like this. Welcome, Vic.
Hello.
Now, surprisingly, we're having a bit of trouble with this. Like, someone gave us a paper mache prototype, and it's fine. It's fine. They did a lot of work on this. Look at those munted fingers.
Pretty good.
Pointing west and east and south all at once. But we haven't found anyone to make a smooth one with weight, so it sits on a table like a tree growing.
Like a porcelain.
Like a porcelain, John.
Yes.
You know,
marble.
I'll be reminded of the fact that I reckon Pete Smith was in here once doing a promotion for Chico rolls, and there was a Chico roll holder.
Yeah.
Remember?
A hand holding
that
a
held
Chico roll.
That looked real sus.
Yeah.
It did.
It looked...
Looked like it.
But
fit
that was
something.
like a plastic or a fiberglass.
but I'm just
you
thinking
get that
was.
made.
Yeah.
Vic, you would think this is like an attainable dream,
Yes.
but what's going on?
So we were on a tight deadline at the end of last year. Strathcona Girls did that, and which we love. But your
Love it.
thumb,
Oh,
I reckon
that's
there's more.
really sweet.
Which,
It is sweet.
so we love it. But Brownie, I reckon there's more to your thumb as well. I reckon we can.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
the thumb has to have more munt, so you can have two options for the key stack.
Yes.
Well, I broke my thumb
Yeah.
years ago and had it fully reconstructed. And the very first game back, I snapped it again.
Right.
So hence my thumb can go at right angles.
So do we need to put a call out for more help? Because
Yes.
we haven't got there yet.
So we want a 3D printer. That would be ideal.
Okay.
And the thing is, Brownie will need to come to the appointment. So I've got a million photos of Brownie's hand in my phone. I've got all these photos of Brownie's hand
Like,
in my
I haven't got
phone
enough on
now.
me plate.
I
Like, fair
know.
dinkum.
But it's, footy season hasn't started.
I know.
so
Golf, Rocky Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You
And
are
repeat.
flat out.
Yeah.
So how do people reach out to us?
So call us now, 13 24 10, if you can do a 3D printing or similar of Brownie's hand. Ideally, obviously, he doesn't want to have to go anywhere. I get that vibe.
No.
So-
He's happy. He's
I will
happy
for
to,
this.
He's happy to go there and just sit for 6-7 hours
Yeah.
as you get the right mould of your hand.
I
and your
think
munted
Office
fingers.
Works have that thing. I had a little model of me made at Office Works.
There you go.
Yeah.
But we need heft. It has to have some weight because this is a beautiful
Oh, don't worry.
ornament.
That figurine had heft.
Yeah, it needs like some kind of weight on the bottom.
Exactly. This has to be a beautiful addition to someone's home.
Yeah.
So call us 13
Was that
24
Dano's pitch or just admin?
Bit admin.
Are we selling this? Or what's happening?
We'll see. I think it'll be in demand. I reckon we could make a bit of a call.
Clip out of this. I'm going to sit there as a model for 6 or 7 hours.
In Laverton. I haven't mentioned it's in Laverton. Yeah.
Vic,
Good McDonald's in Laverton, huh?
will the JMH Keymaster 4000 be made?
Yes.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The quickest tropical stuff you've ever heard. Thank you.
How about some tropical stuff?
Wow.
It's so
I want
good.
some tropical stuff.
Dino, it's really good.
Western Australia have delayed the border reopening plan. They were planning on opening on February the 5th, but that's been...
Your
that's
thoughts,
been-
Jonathan?
Dean, what's wrong over there?
Well, there's two camps. People are angry about it, but people aren't considering that the hospitals aren't that good over there.
Yeah, well, that's why.
No, they're
that's
not.
because, but doesn't that responsibility fall onto the shoulders of the Premier for spending money on the health system? Because the health system is
Are
state-based.
you going, Mark? You going after the
Emperor?
Well, absolutely. So what's happened is he is obviously saying, I'm protecting everyone.
Yeah, I know.
So, by keeping everyone safe, so people don't dig too deep and go, hang on a minute, Mark. You haven't spent any money on the health system for the last whatever amount of time.
Good point. A lot of the comments are like, "Thanks for keeping us safe, Mark." It's like he's their daddy. It's a bit strange.
You want to be on Q&A, don't you?
Absolutely, I do. Lee Sales, she's
Have you ever? No. Have you ever been asked to do Q&A?
No.
Have you ever been approached to get into politics? No. Like Mel Meninga?
No. I'd like to think I'd last longer than Mel Meninga.
You would.
Lasted 30 seconds. But that is the reason. Let's not kid ourselves about why we're not allowed into WA at the moment. That is the real reason. Anyway, there you go. Bang. That's my hard take right there.
Brownie goes back.
Next.
Brownie says, look deeper.
Some tennis. Medvedev saw off Kyrgios last night and took a swipe at the low IQ tennis crowd.
Then I have a breakpoint second serve and people are cheering like you already made a double fault. And I mean, that's just disappointing. It's not everybody who is doing it, but those who are doing it probably have a low IQ.
So, Dino, you were there.
I was there.
You were there last night.
And you were doing that, obviously.
Feral. I wasn't doing the feral stuff.
So Medvedev would serve a fault, and then you and your lunatics would just start. You and your fanatics would just start booing, would you?
The low IQ people were doing the dumb stuff.
Yeah.
I was just cheering for Kyrgios' circus act. That was fun.
Does the circus act, though, encourage... encourage not frivolity, but
low IQ behaviour.
Low IQ behaviour,
maybe.
I think that's all. Oh, and Collingwood and Magpies have reinstated Jordan De Goey, Brownie.
Yeah, he's back. He's back training with the crew after his charges in New York were downgraded.
Well, there you go. That's some very, very quick tropical stuff.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Couple of things. Well done, Dino, because literally 4 seconds ago you had 3/4 of a wrap in your mouth in one
Sam
bite.
well, accidentally. Who cares?
Couple of things. Hey, it's Saturday. Apparently, he's coming back
Yes,
again.
magnificent.
Again. Yeah.
Whoa! Did I miss that?
It was on my list of stuff to talk about, and we just didn't get around to it.
What station?
Oh,
Channel
YouTube
31.
probably. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Should
but
put it back on a Saturday though.
it is coming back.
Well,
It was a
ironically-
huge ratings success last time it came back.
On a Wednesday night.
Recently, yeah. Anyway, they had a segment called "What Cheeses Me Off," and I'm bringing that back right now.
You're stealing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, because I'm mad. I generally don't get mad, but when things are illogical, that makes me mad. Illogical decisions make me mad. And I was at my local supermarket with my trolley boy, who now is wearing sort of like a gladiatorial uniform.
He'd be the boss by this stage. That was about 6 years ago.
No, he's not the boss. He's still my trolley boy.
They're talking about the trolley boy who 5 or 6 years ago he was caught pushing your trolley to your car because you couldn't be bothered, and you had a little whip and you were just giving a little tap as he too posh to push, I believe, was the headline.
Like they do with the
I've
paces.
said it once
They dangle.
before, and I'll say it again. I am too posh to push trolleys and babies.
He wears an eye patch because the ciggy that Swan flecked at him got him in the eye.
I know. I didn't mean for that to happen. That was a regrettable decision. I normally don't have that good aim, but on that day, I was just
nailed it.
Planets aligned. So I was at my supermarket. I've got 2 sorts of shops, or 3 sorts of shops. I've just got a little quick shop where I use my backpack and I'm on foot. That just involves a few bits and bobs. But if I do a big shop, I go to Coles in Middle Camberwell, Middle Earth, I call it. And I park the car.
They've
and
just done it up too.
Yeah, and it's a hardcore shop because there's 7,000 people living at my house. So it's a full trolley. You guys wouldn't understand, especially you, Sam. That you've got to get a trolley because you've got a whole heap of stuff.
You still have to buy them? Yeah, not buy them. You still have to put money in.
The coins are, that's annoying.
This is what cheeses me up. All through the pandemic, the supermarkets understood that we didn't have any cash. We don't have any cash.
Yeah.
I haven't had cash, let alone coins. I'm not 7 years old. I haven't had cash or coins for 2 years. 2 years in March.
All those
is when this shit show started.
All those cashies have dried up for you.
I never got cashies, sadly.
Wow.
Maybe you're speaking
you used to wheel out the Big Brother stories.
Maybe I should. And
What's
then I'd
Reggie
get some
like?
cashies and pay me in coins.
Yes.
Because the only way that you can get a full-size trolley is with a coin.
They brought it back.
They've brought it back. They've locked up all the trolleys again. And it doesn't make any sense. Coles, Woolies, IGA, any supermarket if you're listening. We don't have any goddamn coins.
Woolies do those key rings, whether it's got that little thing that's like a coin and you can unplug it, you stick it in when you go and shop.
Yeah, but where do you get them? And you got to pay for them.
Yeah.
With coins.
You know what I mean? I've worked it out.
Point.
I think that the supermarkets should have a little EFT on the trolley so you can just tap the
Absolutely.
thing and then you get...
And then you
or
get
do you just want them for free?
I want them for free.
Right.
It's
so
a
that's what
goddamn supermarket. Already we've got to go and do all the shopping, scan it ourselves, pay for it ourselves. Give us a goddamn trolley.
Yeah, but you got to put it back after
to
you
put
finish.
the shit in.
You can't leave it out the front of your house when you're finished.
Who does that? Nobody does that. You always return them.
Nah, Swanee,
I'm really mad about it.
They end up in the Yarra.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
That's collateral damage.
You know, when we go down,
A small price to pay.
Absolutely.
It's good fun though when we jump in the trolley and we go flying down Burke Road.
I do love that.
Eh?
I do love that. I go, wee.
Well, good luck with that crusade there, Swanee.
Thank you, Sam.
And that's what?
Jesus me off. Yes.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
When Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100, it is tidbit time. Any in-house first?
May I offer you a tidbit?
Swanee, please.
You know the great Kurt Russell. I mean, he's one of mine.
Yeah.
First man we ever interviewed.
Oh, my God, yes. And still would. 100%
What a beauty.
still would.
I would.
What a beauty. In the great 2004 film Miracle, starring the great Kurt Russell, he took a pay cut so that the extras could have a much better meal on set.
I love that
Instead
story.
of just a singer, they got the full
Would
hot...
you ever consider doing that at Fox Footy?
No. He would never.
No, you take a pay cut so Dermy and Chief can have
I'll tell you what,
better quality food.
Tell you what, Nick
Kingy
Rewalt,
delivers it.
Nick Rewalt and Eddie, they love bringing their food in for those
Yeah.
Friday nighters, and then with all the cakes and that, take them down and give them to the camos and all that, all the excess ones. They love it.
Oh, that's nice.
Because when Rui was going through his MasterChef phase, he was bringing in all this stuff that he'd cook up and he'd go and take it to the camos.
You were saying privately that when Rui was going through his MasterChef phase that he was quite annoying to be with. Is that right?
No, I actually enjoyed it. It was good.
Have you got
I
a bit
like
of
food.
indigestion from your ham,
I do.
egg and bacon
I do.
roll?
It's unbelievable. It's coming. and the thought of food, what he was cooking up. Anyway.
Let's get to
Too
the
much.
callers.
Great tidbit. Let's go to Steph and Clyde. What do you got for us, Steph?
Yeah, so on the Harry Potter scene,
Hey, you got to say, may I offer you a tidbit? What are we...
may I offer you a tidbit?
Please, Steph.
So on the Harry Potter scene, if you say, hey Siri, Accio Instagram or Facebook, it will bring up that app on your phone.
That is cool.
Accio.
Instagram.
What was the one that Ash had in the news?
Lumos.
Lumos? Lumio or Lumos?
Lumos and Nox.
Yeah, Nox turns it off.
That's cool.
You're saying, wow. Hey Siri, Lumos, and your phone turns and the torch goes on.
Doesn't work for mine, but I have seen it work on others.
You're a special one, do you?
I must be a, what are they called? Gumble. What are they called?
A muggle.
A muggle.
Muggle.
I'm a muggle, see? Doesn't work for me.
I forgot my mic was on.
Ash could not have corrected you quicker.
Ash,
How are all your cats, Ash?
What a nerd.
They're wonderful.
Do they watch Harry Potter with
They
you?
do. I've been knitting them little Gryffindor and Slytherin jumpers.
I
and,
love it when you show me photos of your prisoners of Azkaban.
They are prisoners, those cats.
They are.
Do you read the books first, Ash?
Obviously.
Did you when the
She's not a monster.
No, I know. When the books,
She's a muggle.
When the books came out, did you dress up in Harry Potter gear and then line up outside the bookstore to get the first copy?
Probably.
That's cute.
Oh, no, did you really? Did you?
You would have.
I had a wand, but not an outfit.
That's cool.
Wands are still a thing. There was a wand under my Christmas tree.
Nothing cooler than a wand.
The wands are cool.
Not only are you in the running for Nova's cash card on the Star, you got a $200 Samsonite voucher. It's time to get packing and hit the road. Travel in style thanks to Toyota, Australia and Samsonite.
Steph, Accio Samsonite voucher.
Yes.
Amazing, thank you.
Maybe I'm not a muggle after all. Clint from Deer Park. Clint.
Oh.
Hi, may I ask you a tidbit?
You may.
When you close your eyes in a dark room, the actual colour has a name. It's called Eigengrau, which means an intrinsic grey colour. It's a shade of dark grey when there's no light.
Eigengrau.
When you close your eyes, so inside your eyelids.
Oh, so when you're in a dark room and you open up your eyes.
Oh. And how do you spell that, Clint? I'm a word nerd. I like adding things to my lexicon.
It's EIGENGRAU.
GOGGO.
Okay, it's interesting.
Well done, Clint. You've got a Moonlight Cinema Connoisseur Lounge double pass, including beanbag and connoisseur ice cream. Moonlight Cinema's back, gang, this summer at the Central Lawn at the Royal Botanic
Hey,
Gardens.
if you're listening, Moonlight Cinema organisers, can you please do a West Side Story sing-along?
Good idea.
Please.
Nice.
Because I want that so badly.
Have you seen the new West Side
Yes,
Story?
and I wept and I mouthed all the words, but I couldn't sing. And you can sing at Moonlight Cinema.
Go to moonlight.com.au and book your tickets, and the bats fly over you.
What do you mean you can sing at Moonlight Cinema? You can sing anywhere, but it doesn't mean it's right.
No. They normally do sing-along sessions.
Really?
But you can't do them in closed cinemas because, we're living in the storyline of Footloose.
I could think of
no
nothing.
singing and no dancing in this town.
I could think of nothing worse than going to a cinema going to a screening of a movie where everyone's allowed to sing along.
I'll see you there.
Linda's in Essendon.
Well played, it got me.
Sunny Essendon. Hello, Linda.
Hello, may I offer you a tidbit?
Yes, Linda.
Did you know tennis balls used to be white, and Sir David Attenborough is responsible for why they are now yellow?
What did
when
he...
he was head of the...
Oh, sorry.
You
Didn't realise you were reading.
You thought that he urinated on him, didn't you?
I
That's
did.
what you said.
Yeah.
You're a child over there, Sonny.
Keep going, Linda.
Yep, when he was head of the BBC, he thought they would show up better on the TV if they were yellow, and they've been yellow ever since.
I mean, hard to prove, but...
yeah.
Linda, I like that.
So he just said they should be... David Attenborough is watching the tennis, going, these white balls, they're not doing it for me.
Yes.
They should be yellow.
Hey,
actually, I've got him drunk now. Is that a couple?
Picks up the phone.
Yellow. Hey, Linda, do you like West Side Story?
I love it.
Would you come to a sing-along session at Moonlight Cinema if there was such a thing?
Absolutely.
What's your favourite West Side Story song?
Oh,
Gee up us a crupkey, we're down on our knees, 'cause no one likes a fella with a social disease. That one? That's a good one.
She doesn't know any. She's just been nice.
Nah, she knows.
Linda, do you want to go to the movies or do you want some wine?
I'd love to go to the movies.
Moonlight Cinema, mate. Go to moonlight.com.au and get in quick because they fill up. It's a beautiful summer thing to do.
I just like the idea of David Attenborough. He's watching the tennis, right?
Yeah.
But he's absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
I get those white balls, they're no good. And he picks up the phone, he rings the BBC and says, make him yellow. Otherwise, this cat's going to get it.
Yeah.
Yep. You know the tennis balls. In cricket they were yellow at the start of the World Series, and then the reason yellow had to change it to white is because when the lights are shining on the grass looks yellow. So if the ball got hit along the outfield, players couldn't see the ball. So there you go.
There you go.
Love you, Linda.
Information, nerd burger sort of stuff.
I like a nerd burger.
Love you, Linda.
Love you too.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
I'll just finish with I just want to give a sense of the day, Swanee.
Yes,
Tropical
please.
stuff. It's a very, very popular segment. You know what I mean? It's where I have to do things that are actually in the news.
Who told you it was popular, though?
Oh,
just you.
Must be. You've done it 3 times today.
You know, you take the temperature of the city. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely popular.
How
about some tropical stuff?
Western Australia has delayed the border reopening plan. That was due to be back on February the 5th, right? But they've decided to remain cut off from the rest of the country and the world. It feels like, the Emperor McGowan over there. It feels like he's like in Cliffhanger. And they take, Stallone's got, grab my hand.
Yeah.
Just grab my hand.
Yes.
Jump. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And he goes, no, I don't want to do it. So he's not opening the borders so people can't see their families and all that. Trying to keep a lid on it. Hey?
Emperor.
How long has it been since you've seen your family, Dean?
April last year.
Yeah, you're fine too, by the way, aren't you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, doing well. I would argue too, that first scene of Cliffhanger would be in the top 10 openings of any
Without a doubt, John.
Mate.
Without a doubt. Not even a debate there. No need to go for the phones for that one. Anyone. Very, very. By the way, very, very. It's not solid ground when you ask Dino like how long is it since he's seen his family. Do you know what I mean? Especially his dad.
Hey, he went to buy some smokes in '85, and he just got lost. I think.
Yeah,
it's all good.
For some tennis news. Medvedev saw off Kyrgios last night. Dino was there. Were you part of the low IQ crowd? Because I only say describe it as the low IQ crowd because that's how Medvedev described it after the game.
Then I have a breakpoint second serve and people are cheering like you already made a double fault. And I mean, that's just disappointing because it's not everybody who is doing it, but those who are doing it probably have a low IQ.
It was like Jerry Springer last night.
Really?
Yeah.
So what were they doing?
Just because they're feeding off Nick Kyrgios, who was getting real fired up.
Yeah.
He was doing like running around doing laps. It was like a wrestling show.
And they wanted Kyrgios to win.
Absolutely. The crowd were on his side. So I guess they caught a bit of that raucous wrestling style behaviour.
Right.
Slash Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
Sort of a pantomime vibe.
It's fun.
Hey, there's no worse crowd in the world than the tennis crowd,
It's
mate.
fun.
At any stage, did you think it was going to work though for Kyrgios? Because he did win the third set, didn't he?
Yeah, that's when he was doing it.
Oh, what was he doing? Running around?
Like a horsey.
Wow.
Like a horsey.
Like he had a gallop going.
He's a natural entertainer. Collingwood have reinstated midfielder Jordan De Goey. He could return to training as of today because the matter has been resolved, apparently. It's been downgraded to a harassment violation, will not result in criminal conviction. Do you have any advice for Jordan De Goey going forward, John?
My only advice would be stop going to nightclubs wearing a dressing gown.
Well,
even though, Sam, you've got great experience in this, because when I went to run the New York Marathon, I was preparing, being very professional, not going out, and I get a photo the morning of my marathon as I'm walking to the bus of you sitting in a New York nightclub in a red dressing gown.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd argue it's not really going out unless you're wearing a dressing gown.
Yes.
Not really socialising. Yeah. And nothing underneath it. I was ready.
You may as well have had a sign on your head saying, punch me in the chin.
Wow.
With that sort of get up.
You guys are hanging out tonight. Are you going to be wearing your dressing gowns? That might be nice.
No, I'll be wearing the dog collar.
It's a monogrammed robe, Christine. It's not just
silk, satin.
Daniel Radcliffe is the star in a new biopic. I'll give you one guess who the new biopic's about. Think about, it's got to be a
Harry Potter.
No. Oh. What the? Anyone? Weird Al
John Lennon.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, that's an odd. I saw that on Instagram. I mean, he's got a very interesting story, actually, Weird Al Yankovic.
Really? Do you think we're officially done with biopics?
Like we're scraping the barrel, aren't we?
Martha Stewart has revealed the reason she broke up with Anthony Hopkins. What? Martha Stewart was with Anthony Hopkins?
I didn't know that.
She was on Ellen and revealed that Martha dated Anthony Hopkins.
When?
And she revealed why she broke up with the Oscar-winning actor.
When did they date?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago. No, I don't actually know. I think it was a while ago, Swanee.
He liked the bottle too much.
No, he's been off the bottle for a while.
Might have been before that.
Quote from Martha: I dated Sir Anthony Hopkins but broke up with him because I couldn't stop thinking of him as Hannibal Lecter. So when they were, into it, she's there.
Clarice.
Yeah, she could not stop thinking of him as Hannibal Lecter. Which is fair enough, don't you reckon?
No, I don't think that's fair enough. I think that's really stupid.
Okay.
I do. I think it's really stupid. He's obviously an actor. That's obviously a character. It's like, oh, no, I can't sleep with Glenn Robbins because it's Uncle Arthur.
Yeah. Well, I know for a fact that when Glenn does hit the boudoir, he is dressed as Uncle Arthur.
Well, then that's good.
I remember when I was with...
Still would, by the way.
I remember when I was with Shelley... what's her name?
Charlize Theron?
Yeah. I couldn't stop thinking about her as that serial killer.
Aileen Wuornos.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, I mean, we got past it.
That's hot, too.
Finally, the world's oldest man has died at 112. Santonino de la Fuente. He's a Spaniard. He died at the age of 112 and 341 days. Who's a famous character called the Spaniard?
Russell Crowe Gladiator.
Yes. Zito, you are on.
I didn't know that.
What about, I love the other day when we were playing golf with your uncle, Uncle Malk. He's about 30. No, he's about 94.
He's
Isn't
105. He's 105.
But the boys are saying, "Are you the oldest there?" And they go, "No. There's another guy that's 99 and still walking around playing
93.
golf." 93. So
Wow.
we're still walking around playing golf. One day, a few years ago, after a round of golf, he's sitting there and he had to rush away. He's 85 at this stage. And the boys said, "What do you have to rush off for?" And he said, "I've got a birthday party to go to." And they said, "Whose birthday party?" He goes, "My mum's."
Yeah.
Mum lived to 113.
Wow.
Here in Australia.
God, how is Tom Gleisner's girlfriend?
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
Beautiful city. It's Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Over 100. We're about to wrap things up. But we're having a sleepover tonight at Pang's house.
Yeah, a little bit more information that I would have personally preferred on air, but anyway, that's fine.
Sleepover.
We're top and tailing dinner.
In terms of entertainment, Dino, you have furnished Pang and his very select group of friends with the entertainment for the evening.
You
It is,
said,
of
"I got
course,
this."
Rare.
Very rare. We've been looking for it for months. It's Rocky 4.
Director's Cut Ultimate Edition with 40
extra minutes of footage. I've been doing daily searches. Where can I watch it? But you found a copy.
It's going to go dinner, arm wrestling comp.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put on Rocky.
And I've changed. Swanee, what have I done with my plans in the last 24 hours?
He has
based on
shuffled everything, cancelled things.
He's moved it around.
He's moved it around specifically for Rocky 4.
My best friend Maddie's on the phone. Maddie Saraceni, one of the great men of history. G'day, Maddie.
What have you put me in? What is going on?
So you are the holder of said film, Rocky 4, with 40 minutes of extra content.
It's a bootleg copy, isn't it, Matt?
No, it's legal.
I cannot confirm or deny whether
It's on a stick.
legal.
It's on a stick, isn't it,
It's
Matt?
on a stick, yeah.
Okay.
It's on a stick, but so the concern, Matt, is that is the stick going to work on my TV? Because if not, I've got a feeling that Dino will just be like recreating the whole movie himself in front, like standing up in front of the boys as in front of the screen and just recreating the whole thing. Chances it works, Matt.
Oh, you know what, Sam? There are lots of benefits of a lifelong friendship with Dean Thomas, but organisational prowess is not one of them.
Hey, Maddie, couple of things. If it says 90 minutes duration, that's not the right one. The director's cut has to be 130 minutes.
130.
But
Okay, so
you're
that's
getting me to... It's the director's cut. Don't worry about that.
All right. The other thing is, if it's too big, because you said it was a 16 gig file, that's too big for a telly. Maybe we downsize a bit to a 4 gig or so. You know
Can you do that? Can you trick it up?
When are you hitting the road? When's the sleepover?
Very
begin?
shortly.
Tonight.
We're playing... Can I tell the whole story, Bang?
We're teeing off at 11:15. It's going to be at your house in 20 minutes, Matt.
Oh, wow. My heart bleeds for you. Got to squeeze in a round of golf before the sleepover
Listen,
begins.
no judgment, mate. Just what's going on.
All right, I'll see what we can do. You're going to watch the movie in some form, even if it's just Dean performing it. I
Might be
promise.
some low res. If you condense
He's
that
not an idiot.
Well,
Yeah,
he's mates
you are
with
an idiot. He is not an idiot. That's what's implied by the phrasing in that sentence. He's not an idiot.
That's right. Have you said, mate, if you don't get this movie, Dano, if we're not watching this movie tonight, I'm going to take you back to the Bangkok Hilton, the execution scene, where a bloke gets about 1 million bullets pumped into him and he wets himself.
Are you listening to this, Matty? I'm sweating bullets.
All right, these are some friends you have there.
Are you at home or work?
Home.
I'll get there, brother.
All right.
So
You've got about half an hour, Saraceni.
Swanee, we are paying this group of friends tonight is paying $1.10 to be watching a BBL match at 8:30.
One more thing. Do you have a thumb drive? Because I don't have one.
No, Dean.
All right, no, good. Love you, mate.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend. Over 100.